morning, everyone. Mike Loukas, CEO of True Shares, and we're here with another episode of Off the Charts, which is our what I'd like to call a quick hitter, where we interview people that are relevant to our business and or have interesting stories. Try to keep it pretty short and quick here, but today we're going to go as long as we want, which might be 10 minutes. We've got a great guest, Larry Robinson, who is the Chief Impact Officer of the Folds of Honor Foundation. Larry, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. So Folds of Honor is a partner that both True Shares and our parent company, River North, have been working with for several years now, near and dear to our hearts. So much so that we launched FLDZ, which is our pro bono ETF, that all the proceeds go to Folds of Honor. And thanks for wearing the gear, Larry. I love that
Yeah,
pullover.
yeah,
T-shirt.
yeah,
And so for years we've been able to work with the foundation, meet recipients, meet veterans through the foundation, and it's a life-changing experience for us. I know you get to do it every day, so we want to take a chance and at least tell our audience what Folds is all about and introduce them to the cause. So if you can take a couple minutes to tell us what Folds does and how it changes lives, that'd be great.
yeah. No, thanks for having us. Yeah, Folds is a single programming foundation. All we do is educational scholarships, and we do scholarships for K through 12 as well as higher ed. But we service the men and women who, really have fought for our country, lost their lives, or maybe even disabled. And then about 2 years ago, we added on first responders as well. We thought the need was there, and it keeps getting bigger as we watch the first responder community. So we have military and first responder now under our umbrella.
And I know I've been to several events and the speakers are incredible. The show is always moving to say the least. What's the typical method for someone to get into contact with Folds of Honor, whether it be on a small level or a larger level?
Yeah, it's crazy because we built Folds of Honor grassroots, with a lot of we have 38 chapters now around the country, just individuals. They volunteer all their time to help us raise money. We have galas. We have a ton of golf events. Our founder, Dan Rooney, call sign Noonan, played golf at KU, loves golf. He's a Class A PGA pro as well as a fighter pilot. So we built kind of cut our teeth in golf as we started this foundation. It'll be 19 years old this August. And then, we do some country events as well. A lot of those country artists love to get behind us. We do some events like that in Chicago and Dallas, some of the bigger chapters. So yeah, we're everywhere. It's crazy though. Most people will see our logo, right? And they'll see it like on Monday Night Football with Budweiser in the NFL when they do their campaigns for first responders in October. And then I'll be around the country be like, what is Folds of Honor? They see our logo because of our massive partners, but they don't really know who we are. And then when they hear about us, they're like, holy cow, that's really you guys. But, they're using our logo because we don't do any advertising nationally. We built it all through the grassroots with our foundations, with our chapters, all our golf events. And our logo is getting bigger and bigger because of our partners. But it's still, I have people reached out to me last week, literally like, we didn't know who you are till my friend said, you need to find out who these guys are and donate to them because they're just such good people and their cause is just awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. And I know on a relative basis, right, when it comes to foundations, and you're the expert in this, but I mean, you're above 90% go to the recipient. I mean, that's unheard of in the foundations world, I think.
Yeah, yeah, our program ratio is 91 cents on the dollar. So every dollar we raise, we're basically pushing out 91 cents out to these recipients.
Yeah. How many scholarships in 2025?
Yeah, we had our largest year ever, 25 through 26. We were able to award 11,000 scholarships, which is an unbelievable feat for Folds, biggest year ever. But the hardest part of that is we had to turn away 7,700 qualified apps we just didn't have funding for. So you can see the need is still huge in this country to help these families.
Yeah, no question about it. And I agree with you. I've seen, the logo. I'll walk into a random golf course and you got Folds of Honor Fridays now, and sort of the logo's getting everywhere. And I think it's important people understand what the cause actually is because I've always said it's apolitical, right? And I think with all the divisiveness in the country and the world today, like one thing no one's ever questioned is that, there are people that go out and do what we ask them to do, whether it be veterans or first responders. And, we should all be thankful for them. And in these cases in particular, take care of their legacies, right? I mean, it's the least we can do. And so we love it. The event, like I said, the events are great. Um, it's the easiest check you ever write, right? Whether it's a big one or a small one. I know you've got what's it called, the wingmen, right? What's the sort of the monthly contribution program?
Yeah, our wingman program, which is like $13 a month. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, can you give us 2 seconds on what the 13 stands for? I know that's prominent in the whole organization, but
Yeah, I'm actually wearing the Roman numeral 13 today. So 13 is the most powerful number, for us to take an American flag to its triangle state. There's literally 13 folds, and every fold has a story behind it. So we live in the 13 world, man. Everything is, and in the Bible, it actually says new beginnings, 13. So to us, it's one of the most powerful numbers, and we actually display it proudly.
yeah, no question about it. And I think my first experience was down at Patriot Golf Club, right in Tulsa, and to see everybody on the course in the clubhouse, 1 o'clock, that bell tolls and everybody just stops what they're doing and pays respect. And it's moving and it gives you hope and it gives you energy to support a cause like this. So thanks for everything you do. Thanks for everything Folds does, and I hope it continues to spread. And hope I can get back down there to Florida and see you again soon because I'm in Chicago right now and it's really cold.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
you know.
it's 80 degrees in Florida this week, and it'll be the warmest spot. So just fire up the River North jet if we have one and get down there. But for us, it's really been a blessing to work with, obviously Patrick at River North and Mike at Truge. You guys have been a blessing. I think it's 5 or 6 years ago that you guys came down to the Patriot and we hung out and came up with this idea of FLDZ and brought it to fruition. And bringing this thing to the forefront to tell our story will be huge for us. And you guys are one of our largest individual donors, which is, truly grateful for that.
Yeah, well, thank you, and thanks for providing us reason to do something.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes, right? People want to do something, just don't know how.
Yep.
Yeah. So to find FLDZ or to find Folds, I mean, on our side, you can find it at true-shares.com. rnpatriotfund.com is another site that the fund is on. And then obviously rivernorth.com. And then Folds of Honor, foldsofhonor.org, right? If I've got that right.
You got
Uh,
it. Yep.
yeah. So check it out. Every day there's a new need, and we've all got the power to do something about it. So thanks, Larry. Thanks for being on the show, and hopefully people get the message. We'll keep trying to spread it.
All right. Cheers. We appreciate it. Thanks for having us, Mike.